detective's doubts about Mark's stories, it is necessary to pretend sympathy and compassion during the interview. It's the only way the detective can hope to get a confession from him.
Let's get to last son. He's 27 years old now, so I get it. It is about Kate. So whatever did happen in the apartment between you and Michelle, that's resulted in her now disappearing. We'll use that word for lack of a better term. It's my impression that what that was about, what that argument was about, what that confrontation was about last weekend, it wasn't about you wanting to hurt Michelle. It was about your love for Kate. It was about your burden about protecting Kate.
Right, because he wasn't being taken care of.
Exactly.
The detective has skillfully employed a psychological technique known as the good choice, bad choice method. This method presents Mark with only two options, forcing him to make a decision. On one hand, there is a good choice, his unwavering love for his son, Caden. On the other hand, there is the bad choice, harbouring ill intentions towards Michelle. Mark is inclined to favour and gravitate towards one narrative, typically the one that paints him in the most innocent light. This technique exploits Mark's natural inclination to protect his innocence and amplifies the chances of him aligning with the desired narrative.
Whatever happened between you and Michelle in the course of her cursing at you, slapping you in the face, hitting you while you're on your knees on the ground, picking up stuff that she has directed you to do, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. And now Mark is in protective mode for Kate.
This is not happening anymore. Michelle is not going to harm my son
anymore, either emotionally or physically or verbally or in any way, shape, or form, and I am going to have to resolve the problem now.
This is the opportunity to talk about all those things, because you've told me. You've already told me. You've laid the groundwork for what happened in that apartment, and I'm on board with you. This isn't about trying to make Mark look like a bad guy.
She got up, and I got up, and
she's getting dressed.
And she's finishing up. And she's still yelling and Kane's hiding. I grabbed her and I broke her neck. She was going to control me the rest of my life, and I grabbed her by her neck and just went threw her on the bed, and so she's facing you.
Yeah, and I heard it pop.
Police obtained surveillance footage from outside the apartment complex. He was seen on the footage in the early hours of Monday morning, the 24th of September. At 3:21 a.m., Mark dragged a large container to Michelle's car. He made several trips back and forth to the car at 5:41 a.m. and then left at 6 a.m. Police searched the area around Mark's parents' home and found a number of items in a dumps during the punishment phase of the trial in Texas. It cannot be used as a defense to murder. Jurors had to decide whether Mark was provoked to such a level of fear, rage, or resentment that any reasonable person in a similar situation with an ordinary temper simply would not be able to keep their cool. If Mark was successful in this argument, it would mean that the maximum punishment for murder is reduced from life in prison to 20 years, and he could be sentenced to as little as 2 years. The jury did not find Mark's case was a case of sudden passion. He was sentenced to 27 years. He will be eligible for parole in 2026.